Is that right? There's no way I was like more than 30 seconds quicker. That's what it says. Well, I'll take that. Good morning. It is about 7:30. Pretty damn cold, and today I want to test myself to see how fast I can run 1 mile. Now, I have been watching a guy called Nick Bear on YouTube recently. Never seen him before, maybe you guys have seen him. If you haven't, I'll at the end of the video I'll put a link at the top to access his YouTube channel. And he used to be a powerlifter, a bodybuilder, and then he sort of transitioned into doing more endurance stuff, and now he's done Ironmans and marathons and all things like that. And he's inspired me. He's inspired me. So when I first started out on YouTube, I was concerned that I wanted to be specific about what my channel was for, so that people knew what they were coming to me for. So they were thinking, right, okay, if I was doing bodybuilding as an example, they knew that they could come to my channel for bodybuilding. And I guess I got caught up in that a bit too much, and I've been trying desperately to find the specific thing that I am most helpful for. And what he's inspired me is, one, to try new things and express my love for general fitness, and two is that, you know, if I enjoy it and I want to do it, then I guess there's other people out there that will enjoy it and want to do it and will hopefully take inspiration and some guidance from me. So that is the reason why I wanted to share this with you right now, is this attempt to do a half decent mile run. Now, I've been doing the runs recently since being in lockdown, and you know, we get our hour outside a day, so that has inspired me to want to do something endurance based, really, going outside, so whether it be a walk, a run, or a cycle or whatever. And because I like to push myself and be competitive and see how far I can go, I think it makes sense to set myself a goal and see if I can beat it, and just generally see what I'm capable of. So, a bit of background is I have no real, well, I haven't trained at all to obviously do this mile run. I've done a couple of runs this week. Previously I used to play a hell of a lot of football and was fit, very fit, I would say, but never really enjoyed doing running, to be honest with you. I always just think that when I'm out and running, all I can think about is how tired I am and how long I've been doing it and when will it all be over. But I'm thinking, if I set myself some goals and try and beat them, then it can hopefully be a little bit more enjoyable and just see where I can take it. So haven't done any preparation for this. I have just got bog standard trainers on. Don't know if that makes a huge amount of difference, but that's what it is. And well, so comparing myself, so if we look at what Nick Bear did, so he did a mile run in, I think it was 5 minutes and 14 seconds or something like that. And so he's obviously done plenty of preparation. He's done Ironmans. I think he was training for a marathon at the time, and he was on a track, so I'd imagine that he's going to be quite a bit quicker, just because of the fact that it's perfect conditions, really. It's flat, whereas mine's going to be on the pavement and up and down hills and things like that, and different terrain. So I'd imagine there is probably going to be a big difference between the times. Now, I did actually do a run last night, and I timed myself, and I did a mile in 7 minutes and 13 seconds. So I am sort of trying to beat that. Not hopeful, as literally I would have done it about 12 hours ago, so probably going to still be feeling it, considering I haven't pushed myself to run that fast for that distance for a very, very long time. So very long-winded introduction, but basically what I'm trying to say is I have been inspired, and I hope that I can share my love for general fitness and inspire you. So in this time in lockdown, where we are going to be trying to take advantage of the hour that we're spending outside, let's set ourselves some goals. Let's see what we can do. Maybe with a bit of luck we will improve. So I'm going to get myself a little bit warmed up and then get straight into it, I guess. Right, okay, so I'm outside, I'm fairly warmed up. I'm going to track the run on, so I've got a Samsung, so I'm going to use the Samsung Health Watch. I tried it last night, didn't know how good it was, and it's actually pretty good. So I go to exercise, running, and then I just set myself a target of 1 mile, if that focuses in. And then as soon as I hit start, it's going to go 3, 2, 1, and then as I'm running around, it's also excuse me, it's also going to let me know when I'm halfway and when I'm nearly there. So it's actually, yeah, a pretty good app. It's called Samsung Health, so maybe give it a try if you've got Samsung. So anyway, here it goes. I'm going to push start. I'll then have 3 seconds and then we'll get started. Let's go. That's uncanny that's exactly 1 mile where you stood. Right. First of all, I think I'm going to run the other way around this loop. It's all uphill on that side. Right. Let's have a look and see how fast it is. Remember, last night I did it in 7 minutes and 13 seconds. That's a killer. And this morning I did it in blimey 6 minutes and 33 seconds. But I don't know what was going on last night then. But is that right? There's no way I was like more than 30 seconds quicker. That's what it says. Well, I'll take that. But yeah, I can't believe that's exactly 1 mile we used to. But we'll go through the stats a bit more when we get back. But 6 minutes and 33 seconds, a lot quicker than last night when I did 7 minutes and 13. There we go. Onwards and upwards.
World record by the end of the month.
World record. What is it? What is it? It's under 4 minutes, isn't it?
Yeah, it's about 3.5, I think.
Yeah, we got that. 2 weeks, I think. A month probably. I'm dribbling. Anyway, let's head back. Right, so I'm back now. I'm showered. I'm actually started doing some work. So I just wanted to go over some of the stats on the runs that I did. So as you know, I ran last night, and looking over the stats again, I actually was incorrect. So it didn't take me 7 minutes 13. It took me 7 minutes and 10 seconds, but not a massive difference. I tracked the whole thing using Samsung Health, so if you've ever used it, it's actually pretty good. So when you put your headphones in, it's telling you when you're at your halfway point and when you're getting close to completing the workout. You can easily set the workout, so I put myself to run 1 mile and it will just track you for the whole mile. So it's easy as that. You just input it, what you want to do, so whether it's a amount of calories that you want to get through, miles that you want to do, or a duration that you want to work out for. Then you just put that in and it will keep you up to date on how you're getting on with it. So last night I ran 1 mile in 7 minutes and 10 seconds. My average speed was 8.2 miles per hour. My maximum speed was 10.9. And I mean, there's some other stats. So my steps per minute or per mile, I guess, it was 178. I think that's steps per minute, maybe, per mile. Anyway. Whatever it is, let's compare it to what the run this morning was. So this morning, I don't know how this happened. Maybe I was just tired yesterday, but I ran it a lot quicker this morning. So this morning, I did the mile in 6 minutes and 34 seconds. Now, I actually don't know if that's any good at the moment because I haven't compared myself to, but the only thing I've got to compare myself to is actually Nick Bear's mile run that he did, but he did that on a track, and he'd been training for Ironmans and marathons and stuff like that. So, and his time was 5 minutes and 12 seconds or something around that mark. So that's the only thing that I've got to go on at the moment. So 6 minutes 34 I would assume is respectable. Now, because it's tracking it on my mobile phone, it's obviously doing it by GPS. And there was a few times last night, because there was people out there that had to keep crossing the road in order to keep my social distancing and whatnot, and therefore it's just tracking where I'm going, as in the road distance. Me crossing the road and doing that is probably going to not be calculated, I guess, which could account for the big difference. Or maybe I'm just superhuman and I've been able to shave off 40 seconds of my time that quickly. I doubt it. So anyway, so I did the mile this morning, 6 minutes and 34 seconds. My average speed was 8.9 miles per hour and my maximum speed was 10.6 miles per hour, so not a huge difference. And my steps per minute or steps per mile, haven't worked out what that is yet. So my average was 189 and my maximum was 207, so a few more steps compared to the last one, I think. So, I mean, this is just what I'm using as a starting point. I don't know if the time's any good. It seems respectable. As I say, I'd done a couple of runs before I went out this morning, but nothing too strenuous, maybe a couple of miles here or there. Didn't time or anything, was just kind of going at a decent pace. And yeah, so what we're going to do, let's see how we get on. But at the moment, I can run a mile out in the everyday, as in not on a track, with general terrain, and I can do it in 6 minutes and 30 something seconds, 33 seconds I think it was. Yeah, anyway, about 6 minutes 30 seconds. So let's see if we can beat it. So how I'm going to try to improve my time is I could just keep running the mile and just see if I get quicker and quicker, but that's probably, I mean, it would work, but it was probably a long way to do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run a further distance. Hopefully that's going to improve my CV, and I'm also going to run intervals. So rather than running a mile at continuous pace, what I would do is I'd break that down into smaller sections, and I would go flat out, 90% for a portion. Then I would have a rest period and then go again and go again. Now, that would be like HIIT training, but that is a great way for me to improve my my fitness potential by doing that. So there's a few things that I'm going to try. And I just think it's good and healthy that rather than just going out for a run, that we set ourselves some goals and we have a target and something to aim for, because A, that's going to help the benefits of what we're going out for a run for, and B, it's going to encourage us to stick to it. So if you've got something that you're aiming for, when you can't bother to go out, or if it's cold or things like that, if you've got something that you're aiming for, there's that reason why, and there's the motivation to actually get out there and do it. So let's see how we get on. The whole point of this video was I was inspired by somebody else, and therefore I'm hoping to be able to release similar content to inspire some of you with a bit of luck. So if you liked it, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and if you didn't, do the same thing. I'll see you in the next one.